Hey friends, Pastor Shane here. Just been contemplating some things today and really just thanking God for another opportunity to serve Him. I'm getting ready to go to one of our small groups at New Beginnings Church. I'm actually not teaching. I'm looking forward to being a part of the couple small group. So my wife and I are going to go, and one of our pastors is going to be teaching day 12 from A Purpose-Driven Life. But I've been thinking about a lot of things today, and one thing I was thinking about, a lot of times, and I have my opinions about where pastors are and where churches are, not to be judgmental, but because I think we can do a better job, and we should always strive for that. But on average, if you look at all of the churches in the United States, we're only talking about a small fraction of people who have indiscretions. Overall, if you really look at it, you have more pastors that do the right thing, and more churches that are community involved and driven by winning souls than you do the antithesis of that. So a lot of times we have a tendency as church people, and of course outside the church realm, to focus more on the minority of negative events because they're not as rampant as we try to make them seem. And you got gossip blogs, and I don't really get that. If gossip is a sin and we believe the Bible, then why do we have so-called Christian gossip blogs? I don't understand that. But to each his own. I'm not judging anybody, but I am saying that we can do something to improve the kingdom. We can do something to make improvements and make changes. And sometimes being quiet is not the right thing. We need to address problems and we need to talk about situations. But we also need to understand that God has the church in His hand. It's a glorious church. And that He's coming back for a church without spot and wrinkle. He's not coming back for individuals. He's coming back for His bride, His body. So it's important that we support the church, uphold the church, clean the church up, and do things right as leaders and as parishioners, because sometimes we're pointing at leaders and the problem many times starts right in the pew. So let's get together, let's seek God, and let's win the lost. And I think a lot of times we get so caught up in church and we have a lack of discipleship, and we lose our focus on our main mission, and that's to go and make more disciples. And as you win the lost, you cut down on fighting in the church. We're using our weapons to fight each other when we should be fighting the enemy, and we should be snatching people from the pit of hell and giving them the opportunity to receive the glorious gospel of Jesus Christ. So just a couple of 2 cents about that. Let's not judge the church as a whole. Of just a few different scenarios, because as a whole, I believe the church is a wonderful place to be a part of. And we have great pastors, great churches, great people. And y'all keep praying for New Beginnings, because we want to continue to become a better church at serving our community, loving people. And that's our motto. The motto that God gave us from the Word of God is that we would love God with all our heart, soul, mind, and body. So we're loving a great God. That we go and make disciples, which means developing people. So we're loving a great God, and we're developing great people. And then not only do we keep all that in-house, but after we develop great people, then we want to go out into the world and we want to win the lost and bring them to Jesus Christ. So at New Beginnings, we say we're loving a great God, developing great people, and then expanding the greatness of God's kingdom. All right, love you guys. Can't wait to talk with you again. Please feel free to leave comments, and you don't have to agree. I'm cool with that. I can deal with that, because we all have our opinions, and it all makes us better when we're able to express ourselves and get different thoughts on different things, okay? Love you. Talk to you soon. God bless.